What's up, everybody? This is Rich from 11 Hour Preppers, R&R Survival, and from First Response Solutions. So I was carrying this for a week. Sorry I didn't get on here Friday or Saturday when I actually switched knives. I had some other things going on. I had to do a Stop the Bleed class and totally forgot about it. I was teaching that class and just forgot about getting on and doing it. But anyway, I carried this for a week. This is the ESEE Churp by BRK. ESEE actually designed it, and Blue Ridge Knives produced it. So it's a pretty good little knife. It's about 2.5-inch blade, 6 1/4 overall, D2 blade. It's got this liner lock. It's got a larger old school type liner lock. It has ball bearings in there, even though it is a nail nick, and it does have a tip down right-handed carry or tip up right-handed carry. You can change it. It's open construction. It's got some standoff stop pin. Nothing really fancy. Got some green micarta scales. Actually, it's pretty nice. To be honest with you, I actually really like that. Now, so about this knife. I saw a video, like I said, on my last video, the initial review. There's a guy who reviewed it because it's an ESEE. You know, he was out there trying to hack down trees and bushcraft with it, even though that's not what you're supposed to do with a knife, let alone a knife that's 6 1/4 inches long. This is not a bushcraft knife. Just because it says ESEE on it, it just doesn't mean that you can go out and chop trees down with it. Common sense would tell you that this is not a bushcraft knife, right? So this guy gave this knife a crap review because, you know, he couldn't feather stick with it, and he couldn't, you know, hack down a birch or whatever, which is the stupidest review I've ever seen. And it's sad because people, you know, were going along with that. You know, you're an influencer or whatever you are, and you're giving people erroneous information. You're reviewing a knife improperly, using a knife for not for what its intended purpose is. It was just a terrible review. I don't know, some tactical guy. I don't know what his name was. It's whatever. I'm sure he's a good dude, but it was a horrible review, and it was a review about a knife that should have been used in the way the guy was using it. So I wanted to carry it, and I wanted to buy it simply because that review was so awful. It made me go out and buy it, actually. So this is about a $24, $25 knife. Didn't cost a lot of money. And again, it's not a hard use knife, as you can see. It's more general EDC knives, small things, not like giant things. People complained about this. They said that the pocket clip was huge. They complained about this. They said that the liner lock stuck up too far. This is one of the older style liner locks. So I did use this, and I did not try to chop down a maple or bushcraft with it. I actually used it for the intended purpose, which is general EDC. I did some little food prep, you know, nothing serious. I cut an apple with it. So holding it like this didn't really bother me. Again, I'm not using it for hard use. So it didn't really have a chance to dig into my fingers when I wasn't trying to feather stick or cut into wood. Should never cut into wood with a knife anyway. Even Horace Kephart even said that you shouldn't try to use a knife to do the job of a tomahawk. But I guess the bushcraft people missed that one. So yeah, it's not too bad when you're holding it, as long as you're not like, you know, you're squeezing the crap out of it. But in general, just, you know, cutting through something, it's pretty good. So I cut through an apple, Granny Smith, and I didn't have a problem with it. And then once I cut it up into, you know, bigger slices, I kind of got into it like this. And the thing is, when you're cutting like that, like maybe the pinch grip, your finger actually fits right in that cutout right there, just like that. So it's actually really good. This, I don't know if they intended it to be for that purpose, but when you're actually either doing it like this or pinch gripping it like that, your finger goes right in there just perfect and not a problem. This didn't really bother me, again, because he's put it right here where the crease in your finger is, and you're pretty good. So I didn't have a problem with that. Definitely did not have a problem with the clip. The clip is actually really good. I usually have a hard time getting pocket clips in and out of sweatpants, but this one went right in, right out, not a problem. So, which is one of the only ones that actually does. So that was really good. Again, with the ball bearings, I thought it was weird that they put ball bearings in a nail nick knife, but it's actually, you know, it's a little helpful because you don't got to open it all the way. You can flick it open, you can flick it closed. I didn't do nothing to this. I didn't oil it or anything. It's just got really good action. It came like that. And yeah, I didn't have a problem. It's really good. It opened packages because of the spear point's really pointy. So it's in the packages and cut it right open. I mean, I even cut open some, you know, the postal service envelopes that come. They're like made out of cardboard, cut up some right through those, not a problem. Right through regular bubble wrap packages, not a problem. Like I said, minor food prep. Cut some peppers up with it, cut an apple open with it, cut open tape, you know, cut boxes open, cut the tape off and stuff. So I didn't have a problem with this knife. This knife performed up to what I expected it to do for the jobs that I put before it. You know what I mean? So basic, general, light utility work, this knife is great for. As far as bushcraft, it is not great for that. It's obvious, not a bushcraft knife. So if you want to get this knife, I'd say go for it. Like I said, it's only 25 bucks. It is in D2. It's a little bit smaller. It's about the size of a canoe when closed. If you know anything about traditional knives, you carry around old school pocket knives like your grandfather did. Canoe is a two-bladed slip joint, and this is about exactly the same size that a canoe is in your pocket. So if you don't like this pocket clip, you can take it off and just let it bang around in your pocket, and it'll, you know, it won't cause you any more, you know, angst than a canoe. So I actually didn't mind the pocket clip. So, but it is a good knife. Cuts really well. Super sharp out of the box. It's a razor. Seriously, cut right through everything. I gave it the, you know, the opportunity to. I mean, through the cardboard envelopes, through the regular envelopes, through the apples, through the other food prep, peppers, just no problems. So if you want to get this knife, it's on AtlanticKnife.com. It's $23.84. They have free shipping as long as you're not in the state of Virginia. And I don't work for Atlantic Knives or anything. They got good deals and free shipping. So, and no tax, no sales tax. So if you buy this on that site for $24.84, that's what you pay. No shipping, no tax, comes right to you for $24.84. So it's a good knife for the price. Like I said, if you're going to do something hard use, get a different knife. Seriously. Yeah, I don't. And when you watch reviews, seriously, consider what the person is doing and what the knife he's using to do it with, or he or she. Because obviously, if you look at this knife, you can say, wow, man, that's not really a very big knife. Why was this guy trying to feather stick and bushcraft with it? Me? I don't know. Don't ask me. The guy was obviously upset because it's an ESEE and it didn't, you know, feather stick well, and it didn't baton or whatever. But dude, it's an office knife basically. So like I said in my last review, this is probably ESEE reaching out to a different market. You know, just people who aren't bushcrafters, just regular people carrying knives around in their pockets. You know, works in an office, work in some other situation where you don't need a Becker knife and tool machete, and you can just bring a smaller knife with you and do basic things with it. And this works fine for that. Had no problems with it. It's a really good knife. Check it out. It's the ESEE BRK Chirp. Again, you can get it on AtlanticKnife.com for $23.84. All right, you guys have a good one.